Good morning. Day 2 of Livin Performance. I was way too exhausted last night to blog. So I'm doing this one for last night. So yesterday was crazy. I think the scariest part was definitely the bike ride. The bike ride from work or to work and from work. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's definitely a little bit on the difficult side and scary side because if I fall, then I fall and I'm gonna be a bit more hurt than if I wasn't wearing a big giant box. But it's not making me want to fall anymore. Like I had a grasp of it. It's just I can't see. Hopefully I'll get an image of it because it's really funny with the bike helmet inside the box. So I'll work on that. And yeah, so work went fine. I mean, it was a conversation. I had a lot of great conversations about isolation and about the box and about why I'm doing it. And that was fantastic. And then I rode my bike back to work. I met with a travel agent, which hints where some things are going to be going on potentially. But I'm not going to break any silence about it yet, so you don't know what's going on. Ha ha ha. And then I was at the train station taking self-portraits of myself with the box, and a girl came up to me and said, "Oh, can I take your picture for you?" And I said, "Yes, that would be awesome." And I was laughing, and she asked why I was doing it, and we talked, and it turns out this is a prominent figure in the Occupy LA movement, and she has some incredible connection to the idea of a box right now in her life. It's extremely relevant, and so she was just like completely, shocked, inspired. I mean, it was incredible. I have some video to show you of her, just her and her friend, like the excitement they had about me in this box. And it was great. So her and I totally got along immediately. And we just completely got what each other is experiencing. And she invited me to go to this comedy show. She's not a comedian, I guess. So she did this poem free. I'm not sure if it was freestyle or something she had memorized, or it was great. But I ended up going to this comedy show with her in North Hollywood, or I think that's where it was, in Universal Studios area, Universal Bar and Grill, and it was like the 420 show or something, and it was for 4 hours and 20 minutes, and I didn't intend to stay there that long, but it was crazy and great and awesome, and I was the big friggin' hit. Like, it was so funny. Like, people were coming up, and everybody wanted to take their picture with the box. Everybody wanted to take their picture of the box. So people were kissing it and licking it, and I don't know, it was crazy. I'm gonna have to see some of those pictures, but it was a riot. We had a great time. People were so receptive to what I'm doing, and it was so interesting to leave my house in the morning having no idea what the hell was going to happen, and then to pull up. I took a cab home. It was like 3 in the morning. I found a cab right away. I got a ride home from these two comedian people, I got a ride to Hollywood and Vine, and then I picked up a cab from there, and very successful, very, very, very successful day, even aside from a performance. Like, that was just an extremely successful day in terms of meeting people, in terms of just having life, like, do what it wants to do. In terms of isolation and what it was that I'm talking about within this performance, like, it was really interesting because I still want to be isolated. I still want to be by myself. And I think last night when I was at that bar and I was sitting there and I wasn't really talking to anybody because I don't know what to say, and so when people came up and talked to me, I talked to them, especially if they were asking about the box. That was easy for me to talk about. But in terms of really connecting with people, I'm struggling. And I'm in the situation. And for the first time, I think I was okay with just not talking. And something about the box, and maybe it was that people were coming up to me. I wasn't having to worry about it and worry about meeting people, because everybody wanted to meet the girl with the box. And actually, it was really funny. So if you guys know that YouTube video with the people who sing at the gas station, they were there. And I thought I saw that video. It made me laugh. It was funny. But the guy was coming up to, first his friend was like, oh, came up and talked to me. And after a minute or so, and she's like telling, oh, those people over there are from that video. Have you seen it? And I remembered that I had seen it, and it was funny. And then he came up to me and wanted his picture with me. It was so funny. It was a riot. And here I am thinking, oh, here's this person who sings great, and I'm not sure if it was the person he was with, because, I don't pay attention to that stuff. But it was just so funny because he came over and he talked to me for a moment, wants to know about the box, and then he's like, can I get my picture with you? And it was like, that was the beginning of all of this picture taking, where everyone was like, I want my picture with the box. And it was so funny. And the comedian who was going on at that time period was great. And so it was like this entertaining thing where we were all taking pictures and there's the comedian up. And I felt bad because I was like, oh, I wonder if he thinks we're not listening. But I was totally listening. And he was good, and it was great to have that in the background. And yeah, great night. Awesome. Melissa, what was her name? Melissa Belain. I was just looking it up. Let's see. Melissa Balin, thank you so much. It was so much fun. We have to hang out again. And then also Anna Zadek from the 420 Nurses. She was awesome. Yeah, altogether, it was great. Thank you.